So back in 2009, 2010, I believe it's like around that time. Before the rise of the smartphone, we cool kids had BlackBerry phones. For the young kids, they don't know what that is. When you have that little scroll thing on the side, you don't have a thing. You just look at this. There was
It's
a
a business
ball,
phone.
and
It's a
then
business phone.
yeah, but there were two, right? There was the ball in front where you
And
can
then
do
the
that, and then
trackpad,
there was the one where you can just
the
scroll from the
trackpad.
side, which is fucking weird. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so we had BlackBerry phones, and there was this thing called BlackBerry Messenger, where we used to reconnect with friends. So Ramon and I, well, Ramon more. Ramon was connected with one of our
With
friends
Liza
from.
in
Can
the
you?
Philippines.
Can I introduce this girl first?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh my god. So,
If you're
anyways,
taking too long,
you
just get to the fucking point. Okay.
Lizelle in the house. Everybody say
Hey.
she's like our stepsister, from another
hi.
mother.
Why does it have to be a stepsister? Huh?
Well,
Why
because
can't it just
you
be
know,
a
Sister
like,
from
sister?
another mother.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
because well, going back to the BlackBerry Messenger, we had this chat for like a chat room or whatever you want to call it, or this conversation that
Group chat.
like we had a
Yeah.
group chat and we've had that for how long? I can't remember. For years, we've had that for years, and
Did we
we would
start
talk
from
about
there, or did we
everything.
start from Friendster? Is it Friendster or BBM? I can't remember.
Friendster.
Uh,
It was Friendster.
I can't
Yeah.
remember
Well,
either.
you and okay. So here's how it started. Well, we've been classmates because I wasn't friends with Lizelle back in the day,
Yeah.
and we're gonna talk about how I did not like you back in the day when you were younger.
Who, me?
Yeah, I didn't like you, girl. You were a bully. You were a bully.
Oh my gosh, you're the biggest bully, not me.
What are you
Oh,
talking?
because he's one of
Anyways,
the like
wait,
the weird guys, right?
Yeah, let's talk about that later. But yeah, so you and Ramon were friends first
Yeah.
because from I don't know from Friendster, I guess. But we started becoming friends, all three of us at the same time
Yeah.
during the BlackBerry days, and
Mhm.
we've gotten very close. We talked
Yeah.
about inappropriate
And pretty
stuff.
much
Everything and
everything.
anything. Yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty much. Can't remember half
So
of it. But...
so yeah, so Lizelle, before we start, I'll go ahead and kind of like tell that story from your side. Like tell how first like start with how you and Ramon, because you guys were friends even back in like the Pinas,
Well,
right?
I want
In
to I
Filipinas,
want to call it
Yes.
yeah. But that
I
goes
right?
way back.
Yeah, I to be
Yeah.
honest, I can't even remember like how it all started because obviously, well, I left Philippines when I was 11, isn't it? Like I knew you guys in is it elementary school? Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
Grade
elementary school.
Yeah, elementary. Was it grade 5 or grade 6?
No, it was actually grade 3. I
Grade
think,
3?
3.
yes, it was grade 3. When
Oh.
like got together as a group. No, I'm joking. Yeah, because in grade 2, I was in section 2. I wasn't Matalino back.
Oh.
Lizelle was a dummy.
So I joined you guys in grade 3. So I think it was Madame Manuel.
Yeah.
If
Manuel.
I'm not mistaken. And I remember going to practices. Do you guys remember when we did rhythm and something? I can't remember.
Rhythm band or something? Rhythm
Yes,
band?
we had to dress up in like ridiculously like colorful outfit. And
Yeah.
like
I think I remember
you guys
that.
remember that. Yeah.
Like
I
a
think
bunch
then-
of losers. Okay, go ahead.
I might have
And then
had the
after that,
triangle
I
back
think-
then or the Moroccan. I can't remember.
Photos next time I'll bring it.
Drum and lyre.
Yes. La drum and lyre pa tayo noon. And drum and lyre. And then that's it really. Remember who was on a triple drum? Meron
No.
Dennis,
Oh, yeah.
Dennis. I think it was Dennis.
Dennis?
Really?
Lizzelle's boyfriend.
I actually had a huge crush on
Crush on
him.
him.
Like those dimples were so cute.
He still got those dimples.
No.
Anyways. Anyways, keep going. So grade 3 tayo.
Grade 3 and then grade 4 with Madame Kalaykay, I think.
Mhm.
And then grade 5 with Madame Bautista. But I think I remember seeing you guys every Saturday, like during drum and lyre practice. I think, I mean, I saw you guys, but I didn't really
Right.
see you guys back then. Because
Were
it
you
was,
part of that, Ralph? Were you part of the drum and lyre corps? No.
I wasn't a loser like y'all, so
oh,
It was the
you
cool
didn't
thing.
do it?
Hey, hold on,
no,
like
no.
the coolest people in class were part of it. You know,
Oh, Ralph,
like
really?
Pat, Vanessa,
Yes. It's like the cool kids.
the cool kids.
Bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, I think it started from there, and that was it really. To be honest, I can't remember half of my childhood in the Philippines. I mean, I would love to, but I think that's all I remember. So
When did you leave? I can't even remember which grade when you were left.
I
When you
left.
left.
I left when I was 11. I think it was the beginning of grade 6, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't graduate, which sucked basically. But yeah, that's my history.
why do? So you were already gone in the Philippines before the new millennium. You were
Pretty
gone. You left in
much.
the 90s.
Yeah, we left in
Wow.
1997 actually. Yeah.
It was
It's been
that
a while.
I remember that time because I think that's when Titanic came out too. When we were in
Yes.
grade 6. Like I remember them
I don't
playing
know.
this song.
I don't know
Hold
why.
on, hold
Why
on, hold on,
that's
hold on.
the okay. Great.
Well, like the reason why I remember this is because everyone was in love with DiCaprio or the
Oh my
movie, but the
gosh.
song, right? The
Yes.
song,
Mhm.
and there was this party where they kept playing the song over and over. It's so fucking annoying. I was
What, Celine
annoyed.
Dion?
Right? Yeah,
Mhm.
like my heart will go on. It just kept playing that, and that's why I remember because it stuck with me. I was irritated. Uh,
Mm.
Do
grade
you,
6.
Lizelle, do you remember Andy de la Cruz? Oh,
Yeah.
dang, I said his name. Yeah. Anyways, do you remember? No,
She just
what
disappeared.
happened? She left. She just dropped that knowledge and left. What's going on, bro? she was like, any other listener. She was like,
Hey,
it's been 10
Titanic.
minutes
When you start
and I'm
talking about
done.
Titanic or Andy de la Cruz,
I
ship's
know.
gone down.
She was like, Lizelle, I thought you weren't gonna let go, girl. What
She's
happened?
like, what?
Rose, why'd you let go? You left us hanging. hey, bro, just like last episode, maybe she had the shakes. She was holding on to the plywood and
it's
she
the
had the shakes.
it's the internet has gone cold.
Oh my god.
Ah,
Her internet has gone cold.
her computer restarted.
Oh, this girl.
So
Anyways, well,
okay,
we'll keep
we'll
talking.
keep going.
We'll wait for her.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna save that conversation when she goes back. But
Let's talk about
yeah,
her. Like, why is she in this podcast? Why is Lizelle in this podcast?
for everybody who's listening, obviously there's people that don't know her, and for just in case you didn't notice, she has a different accent than us.
Mm-hmm.
She got this weird ass accent. You know what I mean? Them Europeans, them British. We don't speak the Queen's language over here. But anyways, just kidding. Like she's our friend, and we've been wanting. She's actually the first guest that we've wanted to come on for the longest time. But this girl has hella busy, crazy busy with her thing. She's doing her thing,
cakes.
man.
She has a cake business, right? She's really good.
We'll let her plug her thing later on.
I know, but I want to talk about
she's,
how how good.
Yeah.
How good they look.
Yeah. She's hella busy, but she's she's been one of our good friends for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that we haven't been really
talking
connected with her lately. It's just been life.
Everyone's just been like I guess we're at that age where everyone's kind of doing their own thing.
Right. Exactly.
When you're just super busy, and that's just how it is, and that's why I'm so excited to to have her on.
Exactly. Even though I can't understand half the words you've been saying. Harry Potter here. Give me some tea here.
Where's your magic wand?
What's your magic wand here? That's why it's all Slytherin in the house. You know what I mean? It's in the British.
I don't know.
British house.
Well, she did. She did the Harry Potter thing on us. Computer restarted, and she just poof disappeared.
What spell is that, Ramon?
Huh?
What spell is that? Uh-huh.
I don't know, Gunzo. I don't know. I have no idea. Abracadabra. I don't know, man. I don't like. I haven't seen.
You're
Like
such
I
a
tried. You know what?
loser.
You know what? I tried to.
You're such a loser.
I tried to get into Harry Potter. Like I remember asking my friend for I think a DVD or maybe like I don't know. Like I started watching it, but first few minutes of it, it didn't click. So I'm like, not really into magic
You're
stuff.
such a
So
loser.
you
You don't
know, I
even do
moved
you
on.
so obviously you don't know this. You don't know what this stands
Well,
for, right?
I aren't they
Slytherin for
like a tribe or like a group of
okay.
like
Just shut
that
up.
I
Be
remember.
quiet.
That I remember.
You're hurting me. Okay. Anyways, let me explain. The school has four houses, kind of like sections, basically. We're
Okay.
not saying yeah, kind of sort of kind of like sections, and
Mm-hmm.
it consists of Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. Those are you get sorted by this like legendary like hat. It's called the sorting hat when you're a freshman,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And you would actually love this because it sorts you based on your characteristics as a person. So
Okay.
each houses have their own like
Okay.
distinct characteristics, right? And
Okay.
I'm not gonna go over all of it, but you can actually get tested like online, like in like there's this site
Really?
called Pottermore. Yeah, you can like check like which house am I in, and the good thing about it is I've always been a Slytherin fan. Slytherin is where the bad guys are for the most part, like traditionally. So Slytherin, this house, people are always like painting it in a bad way, like
Okay.
it's supposed to be like a bad house, but it's not. Like to be honest, like Slytherin is the best house. S is for superior. That's what it
I
is,
don't know.
bruh.
Sure.
You loser. You freaking
um.
loser.
So like, hold on. So what about how do you say that? Slytherin or something? Sly,
Slither. Like slither.
slither,
Slytherin.
slit.
Slytherin.
It's the
You know
Y,
what
you know, the
slither?
like. I know,
Yeah, it's like a it's
like your, oh, like the snakes. So
yeah,
snakes
Slytherin.
are like, you know,
Hmm.
I wouldn't say maybe bad people, or
No,
they're
yeah,
ill
but
intentioned,
that's what the
or they're
traditional
sly, right?
they make it sound like because like you know who Voldemort is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You at least
Oh,
know who that is, right?
yes,
He's like
like the
the
guy
bad
without
guy.
the nose.
Yeah, he's in that house. He's Slytherin,
Oh, okay.
and Harry Potter is like Gryffindor. Gryffindor is like painted as like
The
the heroic house. Lame.
the the eagle, the elite, maybe, I don't know. What about the other
Yeah,
house?
you're just spitting. You're just spitting out of something thin air. Just stop it. Just stop it.
Oh, those
Yeah.
abracadabras.
Yeah. Anyways,
Um,
has she updated you? What's going on with her?
I haven't checked, but like we can
Okay.
keep talking
Well, anyways,
about,
yeah, we'll talk
because
about
it'll
something else.
probably take a while for her to restart her computer. But I know she's there. She'll hop on and
Yeah.
she's ready. Um, yeah.
So what's up,
So
buddy? It's been a while.
I know. Well, my life is a little boring these days. It always,
These days.
it has been like that for a while now. There isn't much going on other than work.
How do you feel that your life is boring? Do you feel depressed that your life is boring?
No, I just say my life is boring because I'm talking to, like, if other people would view, well, people who probably listen to this podcast will see my life as boring. That's why I don't want to talk about it. But
Mm-hmm.
if you were to ask me if my life is boring, the answer is no. I'm not
Well,
bored
I
with
would
my life
hope
at all.
I would hope so
Oh yeah,
because
it's
out
not
of
like
that,
I
if
fucking
that's
love
the
it.
case, then
No, it's
life
just
is
that
not worth it.
I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not worth. It's not worth. Oh, there she is. She's coming back. It's just not worth talking about. That's what I'm trying to say, because I like to talk about retirement. I like to talk about fixing my finances. Talk about blogging. Hey, there's Harry Potter.
That's what happens when you're all the way over in the whatever
London. She's in
across the
London.
Atlantic,
Uh,
across the Atlantic Ocean.
she's not even. She
She
can't even.
She
She
can't
can't
listen
even
to
hear
us
us.
yet. Hey, connect to the audio, girl. She
No, she
don't
can't hear us
even.
yet.
She
Oh, she
can't
grabbed
hear us.
another. Oh no, she grabbed the tablet this time.
Yeah, she's gonna listen to this back, and we're gonna talk about her. Hey, Lizelle, I know you used to love Dennis. Dennis was your boy. You knew you wanted to marry this man. We
So
knew
now what?
that was
No,
a
a tattoo
secret.
is. Where is he now? It's in New Zealand, right?
I don't know this dude. This dude was like a
This guy sinned.
sin. I know. He's like, don't call me Dennis because I have sinned. Oh.
Oh, it's those tattoos that made him sin.
Can you work her through what she's doing? Because she's like, hey,
Do you need
hey
help?
you.
Do you need help? Do you need help?
Hey, read our lips. Do you need help? She keeps going back and forth. This girl. Oh man.
Yeah. Where were we? I can't remember. We're talking about Dennis. We're talking about her. Just still
She
having
left
problems
me.
with.
I know. Yeah,
Could
we're
be
just talking about Dennis. We have okay, so yeah, that's what we're talking about. We have a lot of classmates over the years that's not in the Philippines anymore.
Yeah. Well, I remember him wanting to come to Canada too, but
What
conversation
happened with
just
that?
died, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I think he's doing pretty well anyways in New Zealand,
I bet.
right? Like he's a good tattoo artist and good for him. Um, maybe he should connect with Mojako.
Mojako.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Mojako.
Moja.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
Drum
the
and Life.
reason
You
why,
weren't part. You weren't part of the Drum and Life, or
nah, bruh. I wasn't musical back in the day. Well, besides Sky Jammers.
well, the high jammers. What the sky
Sky
jammers?
Jammers.
Oh,
That's what I said.
oh, I
I
didn't
said Sky
like. I missed
Jammers.
it. I thought you said high jammers. But
Well, we might
when you
as well
said
have been high jammers.
when you said drum and lyre core, well, one thing that struck with me was I know like some of the boys like to be in those, be part of it because of like how the girls are wearing, skirts. I can't remember if it was Jacko, but it was like a guy thing. Like they would check out the girls who's in the band because of
Mm.
the kind of sort of sexy outfit. It's just that I thought that went into my head when Lisal talked about, because when Lisal started talking about Madame Manuel, I remember Jacko. He's the first guy, like the Tom Peeper, whatever you want to
Hey,
call him.
hey, peeping Tom, peeping Tom.
uh,
That's one of my that's one of my that's one of my best friends. But
I
like
know.
he's a bad influence in my life, or at least initially.
Yeah,
That dude has taught me like majority of the bad things that I know in life. That's stuck
he's,
even now.
but this guy's changed now. Who like how both my
I
freaking
think
laptop and tablet decided to fuck me over today. Just use your phone.
yeah, use the phone. Everybody's using the phone. What you talking about, girl?
Oh no, she just
Anyways,
messaged me on Instagram.
okay.
Yeah, because he was part of that. And I think when Lisselle was talking about this dude too, who's in the triple drum. Do you remember
I thought it was
Sertano?
Dennis.
Sertano? No, there was someone else. Like
Who?
I think it's an older dude, like a year older than us.
Sertano. That sounds like a
Cayetano.
cartoon.
Cayetano. Sir Cayetano.
Why are you calling him Sir? Is that his name? Is he a knight?
I used to call him Sir. He is a knight. He
Like
is
Sir Alan? Sir Alan and because he's Sir too. Is he a
Sir
knight
Alan.
too?
Who's Alan?
Yeah.
Sir Alan.
That's our classmate. Sir Alan Key. You remember him?
Well, he's part of his crew.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're all sirs. They're friends with because Sir Alan was the old Jupiter. You know.
It's a smart dude.
He was the old Jupiter.
I remember trying to be like I wanted to be friends with him because I wanted to borrow his family computer games. He's got lots of
Yeah.
those. I remember
Yeah. His family was rich.
yeah, I remember Rockman back in the day. I've never played the game, but I've been, wanting to play it.
Yeah.
Um Rockman, Sir Alan Key.
Don't you think? Didn't they have a store in like the Palenque, like a famous
They
one?
did.
It's like
They
a.
did.
Do you remember what that's called? No,
In
not even the
Alves. In Alves,
Palenque.
I think. In Alves.
Yeah,
No, it's like a
it's like a
steel.
Photoshop, right?
I
Are
was
you
thinking of something
sure?
else. I was thinking of
Yeah,
something
I
else.
think no, I don't think it's the steel shop. I think it's like where you develop pictures, like a Fujifilm crap.
Like a photography studio or something.
Because
It's not really
remember
a
back in
studio.
the day, no, because remember back in the day when you have to take a picture, you have to go to like a store to get it developed, so
Right,
you can
right.
look at
Like
the
a
pictures.
studio. It's called a studio.
Yeah, I
Yeah, yeah.
think
They,
that's
they
what
did
it's
have those.
called.
Yeah, right beside the gas station.
Yes, like right in front of it, right
Yeah,
in the
because that's
corner.
where I used to go to
Damn, what's
photocopy
that
stuff.
called? Because Inaldes is like right around
Kodak.
that
We're talking
corner.
about the Kodak store.
Yeah, but it's not called Kodak. But I feel like there's another name for it. I forgot what
I
it's
don't know, man.
called.
I think it's in Alves.
No, Inaldes was the hardware store.
Didn't they own that too? This dude's
I, they might have, but the store, the picture store was called something else.
Oh, okay.
What is that
I don't know.
called? Anyways,
Well,
there she is.
yeah.
Let's see if this works this time around. Can you hear us?
Yeah, oh my God.
Finally.
Oh,
You
Oh
should.
my god.
You
We
should
don't
relax.
talk. We don't talk like 3 chapters of our lives waiting for your ass
sorry,
across the
sorry.
Atlantic.
It's the curse of the Titanic. Because we were talking about the
Okay,
Titanic.
shit.
Titanic sank.
Honestly, like my pretty laptop and my tablet decided to like fuck me over today. So I'm using my phone instead. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
it's cool.
Sorry.
It's
It's
cool.
all good. But let me see. Can you do this? Can you turn it around? Rotate the camera to where there you go.
Why?
Oh, is that better?
Oh, yeah, that's better. It'll look better on the video.
I
There
can't
you go.
really see shit, but okay. All right, cool.
Wait,
Right. So where were we?
can you can swipe so you can see all of us. Did you do
Have you
that?
tried that?
Swipe left. like Tinder.
Gosh, what the hell? Oh, yeah, there you go.
There
Hello.
you go.
Got it,
There
got
you
it.
go.
Okay, so
Um,
ano na pinag-usapan nyo?
All right, we were talking about Andy de la Cruz and how you used to love him and you guys were dating. I'm kidding. That's not. You were talking.
Oy,
We were
grabe siya,
talking.
hindi. We weren't dating actually, but I had, to be honest, I'm not gonna sound like a slag, but I've had crushes on almost every single boy in elementary. Is that a bad thing?
No, because
No,
I
it's
bet you,
not.
I bet you, a lot of us are in the same boat. Like even I had a
Yeah.
crush on pretty much everyone.
Ramon has had crush on every boy in elementary, so you guys are
Every
on the
boy.
same boat.
Hey, Ralph in the Brack.
Sinong
Ralph and
number
the
one
Brat.
mo? Si Patrick?
Let's go.
Let's go there. Let's go there.
Um, I can't even.
Girl, fix your
Yeah.
camera, girl. Can you get a book or like your tea, your cup, put it right there. This girl.
What the fuck?
So
Pasensya na. Oh my goodness. Dali lang
So we were-
Sandali lang.
Mhm.
As in promise. Sorry.
okay.
Oh, you know
fine,
what?
Go ahead.
Yan na. Oh.
We can
Tara,
ano.
guys. Yan. Okay na ba?
Okay,
Mhm.
don't move. Don't touch it.
Okay.
Oh,
Game.
well, no. Before she does that,
Oh.
I'm gonna have to take a quick break. Wink. Because
Is that time already? I haven't even said anything. Oh my god.
That's how long you've been gone. That's how long you've been gone. Oh my
All
god.
right.
Zeus telling me, like, hey, cut it off. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, well, I'm gonna end this, and then you guys will reconnect in like reconnect in 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about crushes and how Lizelle is in love with all the boys.
She had a crush on everyone. Oh.
Mm.
Well, well, ganun talaga eh. Like, I think before, pag mabait yung tao, ano yun eh,
Was it?
nagkakakas
Well,
na
Were you?
agad, di
Were
ba?
you? Were you? Ganun ba
and
yun?
and if you think about it, we were like that age, like you were what, 9, 10, 11, right? Like
Yeah,
obviously
Yeah.
you have no clue. If you
pretty
like
much.
like, if you like someone as even as a friend, it doesn't matter.
Mm,
You consider it as a, like a crush, I guess. I don't
mm,
know. Because I
mm.
remember, I don't know if Ralph felt the same towards Jessica Ben back then, or probably even more than
That's
that.
my girl. That's my
I actually
girl.
can't remember her. I can't remember her. Like, nasa grade 3 ba siya nun? Or...
Yeah, she was under us. She was
Oh
under
yeah.
me. I'm kidding.
What the fuck?
Anyways, hey, I don't know if she's listening. If you are, no disrespect. I was kidding, but you were my first crush, so that's what it was. Um, do you remember this? Do you remember Sir Alan?
Sir
Sir
Alan
Alan
Key.
Key.
Hindi.
Hindi.
Anong grade?
Classmate natin. We're classmates.
He wasn't popular enough.
He was like Jupiter, which I know you had a crush on.
Jupiter?
Joe Peter.
Peter.
Joe
Joe
Peter.
Peter.
Oh,
Kudal.
oh
Si
yes.
Kudal.
I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
he was really cute though.
I
I
think
mean,
he is.
he grew up good looking, but he's just
But
kind of
He was
weird.
he was a bit weird. I thought he was a
he-
bit weird.
Yeah, I think he really is he's on the spectrum. I'm pretty sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like well, you would know looking back now, right? Diba?
Yeah.
Well,
He is.
Yeah.
I remember messaging him one time. I was like, "Hoy." Then you know what he says? He goes, he
I
responds,
remember the
he
story.
goes back and he goes, "Wag mong hinuhoy-hoy ang kagalang-galang na engineer." I'm like,
What the
I'm like, get
this
the fuck out of
guy?
here. Get the fuck out of here.
Engineer na talaga siya ngayon.
Yeah, he is.
Aba, malay
He
ko, I
really
don't
is.
know.
Oh,
he
I don't know.
wow.
Like I don't follow his
He graduated.
He's on Facebook?
and everything.
he's on Facebook, but I don't think he's got a weird looking profile picture there. I think it was
Hey,
a
man,
Oh,
Sandman
really?
or it was a ghost.
Why are you judging, bro? Why are you
I
judging?
don't know.
Why are you judging on his profile picture, huh? Hey,
I if you guys have a photo of him, send it over. I kind of like want to see.
Oh,
I
like
don't
a photo
remember.
of him.
I don't remember his face.
Oh, you don't remember his face?
No.
Uh,
Lizelle,
Bakit?
did you know we had a fist fight in freshman high school, and he acted like he beat me because he's weird. He's such a weird. This is
Did he
such a
just-
random story.
did-
He's
did
such
he
a weird fighter. Like he fights really weird. Like
did he
would
just
do.
swing his arms around and
No, his style is he would sabunot you. He would sabunot your
Yeah.
head, your head, and she's like, "You'll do that." And it's like, how do you fight this guy? This guy is so weird.
it's the part of the tactic, like the mental
Yeah,
tactic,
part
maybe,
of
right?
I guess
When
so.
you're weirded out,
Mm.
You're
it
like,
stuns you,
what's
right?
gonna happen? Yeah, but
Honestly,
anyway, so
like anyway, going back to your video. Sorry, I just can't believe you guys actually name names, like on your
Yeah.
crush video.
But here's the thing, like no one's really. Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that one, but
Yeah,
no
let's talk
one's
about
really watching. That's
well, there's two things. No one's watching, and second, who cares?
and
Everyone's
plus they're
married.
probably gonna. It's probably for
Yeah.
the fun of it too, right? They're probably gonna get
Mm.
more engaged because now we're naming names.
Mm.
And yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So who's your crush besides the whole class apparently?
Like, oi,
Sino pa,
I don't
sino
know
pa?
if I should. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if I should name names because we're actually friends on Facebook.
maybe if you
Is
don't
that,
if,
is it
if
that
you think
Raymond?
it's
Is that
pres-
a Raymond guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I still remember.
Oh, funny,
guess-
funny you mentioned that.
I guess he was the guys he's
um,
talking about, right? When the drum and liar think he was a triple,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He was a year above us. So yes, I was kind of like,
Oh.
yeah, I know. Everyone's like, ano nagustuhan mo dyan? Ganon, ganon, ganon. But I thought he was cute. I don't know. I don't know. And funny you say that because like not too long actually. This was like 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
6 or 7 years ago. I don't know. Maybe longer than that. But
Mm-hmm.
we kind of got connected on Facebook, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
yeah, he asked me if kung pwedeng manligaw, ganyan, ganyan.
What?
Online.
No.
Yeah, you guys didn't
No
know.
way.
No, this
Oh
was
wow.
yeah. And he was like, oh, he was hesitant, siya, to kind of like manligaw because he was like, oh, I don't know if your family is gonna accept me, this and this. But it's just like I was
Already.
a bit weirded. Yeah, I was a bit weirded out
Already.
because we barely know each other. We barely knew each other. Like
Yeah.
we just started talking to each other, and then next thing you know, it's all about like manligaw. So I was just like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna.
He likes to skip steps.
Oh, so
Yeah,
wait.
so I
So
was just like,
you didn't entertain it. You didn't say, of
no,
course, Santa.
no. Actually, I blocked him. Like I deleted and blocked him, and then
What?
he made another account recently, like 2 years ago, and added me back. So by this time, meron akong like I was engaged and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
didn't see the harm of it. But
Yeah.
back in the day, it was like I just felt weirded out by it. I was like, well, maniligaw ka, hindi pa nga tayo magkakilala. So I was just like, and he was really pushy about it, and I didn't like that, you know.
So
Yeah.
so here's my next question. Okay, so this is a good segue. So
Mm.
how what's the best way for a guy to kung ganon when guys haven't been friends for a long time or you haven't even been friends but you know each other, but if the guy is interested, should he go and become friends first, or what do you think?
It's not even that though. It's like alam mo kasi like iba yung parang nag-iba yung upbringing ko. You know what I mean? It's a
Right,
completely
right.
different kind of humor, different kind of, iba yung vibe. I think
Mm-hmm.
I've had mga nanligaw sa Pilipinas online before. And iba yung humor nila, iba yung vibe nila. So parang hindi kami makakonect, you know what I mean?
No,
Iba eh. Like,
Totally
so I was
understand.
just
Yeah.
like, para bang forced pag makikipag-usap ako sa taga Pilipinas na gusto manligaw and stuff like that. Whereas pag nanligaw dito sa London, yung parang magka-wavelength ba kayo na pareho kayo ng, alam mo yun, that kind of feeling.
no,
What
I
Right?
get it.
you pretty much grew up there, right? It's
Yeah,
not like
yeah. So para bang, I of course, hindi naman ako yung like, I wasn't rude to him or anything like that. But obviously, it's kind of like,
well
iba. Iba
we feel
talaga.
we feel the same way towards not even legal and all that other stuff, not even to the opposite sex, but just to like
Mm,
people we know in general, right? Like
yeah,
It's
there
different.
comes a point
The
where
mindset is
the
different.
mindset's different.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's just how it is, I guess. It's
Mm.
Mm.
At saka
And I
syempre,
actually
mhm.
no go ahead, Jose.
At saka syempre, 'di ba, importante yung ano, yung as I think for me, ang pinaka-importante ay yung humor for me that I na-emphasize ko talaga yan because ma I'd rather be with someone na mapapatawa ko, you know what I mean? Like it has to be there has to be friendship
Listen
first.
to that, Ramon. Listen to that,
you,
Ramon.
you know,
Okay, keep going.
Joe,
Alam mo yun?
with Joe Peter, you don't even need to. He doesn't even need to tell you a joke.
Just
He
Tignan mo lang.
just look at him and
yeah,
you'll laugh. He's like, "Hoy, Lizelle, how's your day?"
Hindi.
Anyway,
Like, importante yun eh. Importante, gago ka talaga.
no,
Na
no, I
importante
get it.
talaga yun. Alam mo, pag maghahanap ka ng mapapangasawa mo or like yung partner mo for life, I think that's importante. Kasi, I mean, looks fade and, mga superficial things fade. Pero pag you establish a friendship first, I think,
yeah.
yun na yun! Basta yun na yun! Move on na tayo!
No, the reason. Okay, you brought up a good point when it comes to yung mindset, the mindset of I guess Western like mindset in sa Pilipinas,
Yeah.
because I think that's one of the reasons to na we all gravitated towards each other initially. Kasi we have the Filipino background, but we are also in that Western like mindset.
Yeah.
We have it's different. It's different.
It's like we
and I
live
hate to say
in both
that.
worlds, right?
Exactly. So
And
it's
Mm.
go ahead,
yeah,
Roman.
yeah, it's just how it is sometimes. Because I remember back home, I think I was with Beho, right? We were at Cindy's.
Mm.
Cindy's.
Oh, I love that
Um,
place.
so then like we I ordered some food and then noticed, a fly, flying around the where the food was. So I was like, boy, kinana dating ilaw dyan eh. You know what he said? It's like, oh, karaba mo. Kapo ka lang kanata, magkarte-arte ka ting ilaw. Okay lang ata, just fucking eat it. In my head, I'm
Well,
like,
I kind of agree with him though.
no,
That's a different. I don't care
well,
about
no,
that,
hold
dude.
on,
I don't care
hold on.
about
I
boy
do.
na
I
arte
fucking care. I fucking care
na arte
about that
lang
kind of shit.
talaga.
I care about that kind of shit.
I don't think
Hey,
that has anything to do with
Why?
Canada. That has anything to do with Canada. I think that's just you. That's just Ramon.
maybe. But
You
back,
know.
well, I gotta admit though, like back then, I didn't care, right? But after a
Mm.
while, I started caring about it.
Mm.
But it's a subtle, I guess, mind shift, whatever you want to call it. Pero that's what I felt
Yeah.
towards it, and that's the comment that I got from him from noticing how I was like, ew. But
Mm.
anyways,
Oh,
Do you see
arte mo.
yourself like living like oh shit?
okay. Hey, this is all part of
This
the
Sorry.
fun.
girl. Anyways,
Promise
no,
next time, ready na ako.
no,
Do
Mhm.
you see yourself
you're
like
okay.
Yeah.
living living back in the Philippines? Like can you like obviously now like my parents are planning on like retiring and stuff like that. I kind
Mhm.
of sometimes I do question myself, like, can I go back? Like, can I go back and live there and stuff like that? Do you sometimes ask yourself that?
Um, Good question. Like, I'll be honest, it's a lot cheaper to live in the Philippines than to live somewhere else, I guess. I don't know. That's part of it. Even for
Mm-hmm.
us, 20 years from maybe 30 years from today, we might
Yeah,
go back home just because it's
yeah,
cheaper.
yeah.
Right? If you want to live off of your retirement savings, right? Then that's probably a good move.
I
Pero,
don't.
like you have
Can
to
I?
adapt. Like I can
Yeah.
adapt. It's
Can I answer for you, Lizelle? I think I know your
Mm-hmm.
answer. Let me try to guess. I think
Yeah,
there's a romantic side of things. Nah, you're kind of romanticizing because this is for me as well. Like romanticizing. Oh, I'm gonna go back to where it all started. Filipino
yeah,
ako, whatever. But in
yeah,
reality, we're really no different from the guys, the people there in London or the people in America or the people in Canada.
mhm.
We're
yeah,
a lot closer to that than being
yeah.
Pinay.
I agree.
It's
I agree.
it's hard, it sucks to say, but yeah, I don't want to go back and live there. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I this is all I've known. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
grew up here.
Yep.
Although I am very much attached to my Filipino culture, in terms of like going back to the Philippines, yes, it is cheaper, but there are other aspects that you kind of like need to consider. Alam
Yeah.
mo yon, like wala akong kilala, I don't know anyone.
Yep.
And it's like where to start, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Well,
at saka yung asawa ko, like, he's Chinese. So, obviously, there are things that you kind of like, I don't think na kung makakasurvive pa siya sa Pilipinas. And little
right.
things like, yung weather sa Pilipinas or healthcare
Sucks.
actually. Healthcare is a big thing,
Mm.
you know?
Mhm.
We're not getting any younger. So obviously, kumusta naman yung healthcare sa Pilipinas? Do you actually feel
Safer if you
secure
like that.
in
Yeah.
terms of, yeah. Yeah, I think tsaka andito na rin yung mga ano my friends and families are here, so I
And
don't
those are
know.
big.
Life,
That's
As
pretty
much as
your
I
big,
want to
life
right?
go
is
back,
there.
the weather's nice. Yeah, yeah. So that's that.
But whether it's just one factor though, right? Out of like the whole thing. When you're trying to consider
uh,
moving, right? Whether it's just one factor, right? There are other factors such as, friends and family, people that you've known,
mm,
just the lifestyle too.
mm-hmm.
And you have to remember
Yeah.
the length of time because Lizelle's she was there the shortest out of all of us. She left really young, and
Yeah.
then you and
Mm,
then a whole. So she doesn't really have a life she
back
didn't
home.
have a life there
Mm.
back home. You know,
You,
it's
Mm.
you don't
you
remember
you you.
yourself going to the like playing I don't know like street games or is it street games you would call it? Like
Magkano
like
ka sipa,
Sipa.
Ay,
sipa.
sipa.
Did you ever play those back home
Ano ba yung
back then?
yeah? Yeah, sipa, shatong, mga ganon-ganon. I
Yeah.
actually, like every Saturday, I think every weekend, I used to bike to Patrick's house.
Oh.
Boyfriend.
Yeah. No, hindi. I think nagbabike lang kami together noon. And di ba yung bahay nila is katapat ng bahay nila, is it
J-Lo?
Jennifer Lopez ba yun?
J-Lo? Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, natatanda ko yun. Yun lang naman na natatanda ko sa Pilipinas. But, yeah, I used to play those. Alam mo yun? Like, yung shatong ba yun? Ano ba yung shatong?
See, you
What
can't even
is
remember.
satong? I'm trying
Tumbang
to remember.
preso.
You don't know what chatong is either?
I don't remember
You know
satong.
how you have a long one of them is a long stick and then you have a short stick and then you have to
Yeah, short stick.
yeah, and then you would have to like not
That's
dig a hole, but
that sounds like your penis and my penis, buddy.
whatever.
So we play shatong? Is that what it is? So she had a long stick and a short stick.
That's
So
right.
what do you do?
And then you
What
would
else do you
hit the short stick with the long stick
Oh, that's
by
gay.
I don't know what kind of mindset you're in right now, but
I'm
How
kidding.
you
I'm gonna
thinking
make
sounds
some
good.
coffee, but I'm listening. Keep going.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
So, yun lang naman. I don't know, ano ba pinag-uusapan natin? I kind of lost track.
well, it's fine, and that's what we do in this podcast. Like we
No,
pretty much just talk about whatever.
Okay, so a lot of the people that listen, are classmates from elementary. So why don't you kind of just give us a little background on anong nangyari sa'yo up until now from when you left, like a short
Oh my
version
Like
of
a
it,
gosh.
short, yeah, because you left.
because I know people know that you went to Spain first, so they're probably like,
Yeah.
why does this girl sound like a British girl?
Right, you
So,
don't
go
sound
ahead.
Spanish. You don't.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I still hold a Spanish passport actually. Hindi pa ako British, guys. So, yan nga.
That's crazy.
So, I think,
Yeah.
yeah. Alam mo kasi, di ba, it's the whole Spanish colonization. So it was very easy for us to kind of like obtain like a European passport kasi nga
Oh,
doon nga, di ba? Kinolonize tayo ng
Spanish.
Spain. Yeah, so anyway, nag-start yun nung namatay when my grandparents died actually. So,
Okay.
Typical Filipino family, parents go abroad and then
Mhm.
the grandparents kind of like stay and take care of the grandkids. But anyway, my grandparents kind of like died 6 months apart.
Mm.
And obviously, wala nang, like nobody was there to kind of like take care of me and my brother. So that's when my parents kind of like decided to kind of like, kunin na nga kami take us with them. At this point, my brother didn't even know my dad. It was pretty bad because like
Oh
obviously,
wow.
yeah, my brother used to call my dad uncle because he didn't know that's our dad basically.
And he called your grandpa dad, probably.
I don't know. Well, no, he called pretty much that's how tatang
because you
or
grew up with
inang,
your.
right?
Oh wow. Like I didn't realize that you also have a close relationship with your grandparents.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh no man.
Like I guess all of us share that, but I don't want to dive.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
We all share that.
Pinalaki din kayo ng grandparents nyo?
Well, not hindi. Si Ralph, oo, but for me, hindi. Iba, not exactly.
Yeah.
Ralph, oo, but me, not exactly,
yeah.
but I grew up with her. So then,
Lola's
sorry,
boy,
let's go back to, let's continue your story.
Like, alam mo, honestly, like looking back, I share the stories to my stepdaughters every now and then.
Mhm.
Like how back in the Philippines, we were kind of like self-sufficient. Like, do you remember, like, we had, I remember going to the farm with my grandparents. Alam mo, mag-aani ng palay, and then mag-agkalap ti tilapia. Like, every Saturday, that was our routine.
Kalap is a little too deep for me, my friend.
Oh,
Ano si
really?
kalap? Bingwit?
Agkalap is, kukuha,
Catch?
like, catch fish. Every Saturday.
Did you bare hands? I'm just kidding.
Yes, pretty much.
Really?
And I remember my granddad like waking up at like 5 a.m, and then he would come back with like lots of fruits like jackfruit, bananas, mangoes, and stuff like that. Those are the things that I miss about the Philippines actually. He
Oh,
can be yeah, if you have land and if you have like, fruit trees and whatever, kung masipag ka sa Pilipinas, mabubuhay ka, like a simple life.
Yeah.
So that's what I remember back then. So anyway, so namatay like yung grandparents namin, and then nag-move kami sa Spain.
mm-hmm.
And then I remember being left alone with my brother because
Mm-hmm.
obviously my parents OFW, di ba? So
Right.
my parents would go. What my parents would do is lulutuan kami na ng pagkain for the whole day,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would leave me and my brother at home
Oh, wow.
unattended. Yeah, like me and my brother were pretty much like self-sufficient. We literally stayed indoors in a small apartment in Spain, and we would just watch endless Disney videos, and we would entertain ourselves until our parents get back.
And
Being
they're not home
yeah
for like till what time did they
until
typically come
nighttime.
home? Oh, wow.
Yeah, until nighttime, and then they'll come back, and then we'll do the whole thing all over again the next day. So that's how we grew up.
Oh,
Like me and my brother.
they didn't have any like friends that could look after you guys, or
That we had church friends that would come by and like check up on us every now and then, but the
Mhm.
majority of the time my parents are like out working, and it was literally just me and my brother at home
Oh, wow.
unattended. Yeah.
You guys grew up pretty fast then. Like I didn't
Yeah,
realize
pretty
that it
much.
was
I
that tough.
mean, yeah, as long as we have food, we have everything that we needed, we have entertainment, and that was it. We didn't even have a mobile phone to call our parents if there was an emergency. That's
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, because
So
back that was in the 90s.
yeah, I was gonna say there's no cell phones back in the day.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and then we survived
so
like that for about a
how
couple of years.
long? Yeah, I was gonna say how long did you stay in Spain, and what made you do have that move to
It's
UK or
UK?
it's
London?
yeah. I think we were there for about 2 years. It was really it was tough because me and my brother, like, we couldn't speak the language, and we had to go to like
Mm,
Spanish school, diba? And then
Mhm.
mga teacher namin, mga madre. I went to Catholic school, when I was in Spain, and I think if you look at I'm not hindi ko minamaliit yung trabaho ng mga tao sa Spain. Everyone works hard to make a living. But I
Mhm.
think my parents saw the fact that there wasn't much opportunity, I guess. In the Spain, if you work in a restaurant, that's all you're gonna do until you retire, basically.
So
Mhm.
the ceiling is pretty low. Like there's not a
Pretty
lot of like
much,
advancements.
yeah. In like professionally, wala. So
Yeah.
I think meron kaming relative dito sa London. So yun, nag-move kami, and then initially nakitira kami sa, obviously, like anyone who's nag-start pa lang,
Yeah.
nakitira kami with church friends, I guess.
Mhm.
And then we eventually moved into a house with another kaibigan din ng like family friend din.
Mhm.
And then eventually, nakabili ng bahay mga magulang ko, ganon-ganon. And then, natapos ako ng high school, and then, yun, nakapagtapos din ng pag-aaral dito kahit papano. And then, yun na, tatrabaho na as
Girl,
a...
you're so humble. You know you got it. You
No!
know you got it.
Yun na
For the
yun,
people that
It's
shortcut.
for the people that don't know, this is a bomb ass,
Uy, grabe siya.
bomb ass.
now she
Look
owns
at
a
her
cake
Instagram.
business, right? Like now you own a cake business too. How's
Yeah,
that going?
yeah.
That's what I was
It's so,
trying to say.
my goodness. Honestly,
They're
yung
really nice
sideline na
cakes.
yan,
Huh?
it really helped us financially,
Mhm.
kasi kahit papaano nakabili din kami ng bahay, alam mo yun. So
Yeah.
that helped us a lot, but hindi siya, my goodness guys, it's not easy, juggling a full-time job and then coming home and having to do like
No
cakes,
shit.
and oh my goodness,
Yeah.
minsan
Yeah.
I asked myself, was like, why the hell am I, like, why am I doing this? Why do I put myself through this for what? You know what I mean? But
Right.
eventually naman, yeah, sometimes you see the fruits of your labor, and
I can see it.
okay
Like
na yun.
sometimes when I see your cakes, and then like I wish you're here and you'd bake a cake
Mm.
for my daughter, right? Like I think about that kind of stuff,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So um
It's
Yeah, no, like
yeah,
they're really
it's
nice.
not easy, definitely not. But I think with because I work in a rehab as well. You know, I help manage like mental health projects. So for me, that was like an outlet, like baking and stuff, and then it turned into kind of like a small business. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Well, it's a seasonal kind of business though, so and I'm sure
yeah,
like and you're pretty good
Girl,
with what you're doing, and I'm sure
yeah.
it's not.
girl is
Yeah.
working. She's a workhorse.
I'm a workaholic
You work
actually.
hard.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah.
that's another thing. That's another thing that no, I know. I want to bring up. It's because you first for some reason there's a lot of people in the Philippines that I don't want to say that they don't work hard, but
Mm,
they don't. They only think of like America or like the Europe or like outside the country as oh madali lang like you
You
you,
guys
you
got
make
it
so much
easy.
money, but
Yeah,
you don't realize like how hard you have to
yeah.
go out there and get it. Like
Mm,
it's not
mm.
easy, diba?
it's
And
not as
then
it's not as easy as picking
the
money from a
percep
tree.
the perception is kind of like yeah the perception has always been like that. Oh, pahingi ng ganito because this is easy. No, I
Yeah.
mean I worked hard for this. I
Mm,
worked hard for this.
And at the end of the day, you
I
have to reward
mm,
yourself too, right?
yeah, yeah. I think it's partially our fault as well why people think the way they do about us, you know what I mean? Because obviously we don't nobody wants to show the struggle, you know what I mean? Like you only
Yeah,
That's
show
good
true.
the
point. Good
nice,
point.
right?
Good
So
point. Good
Trying to
point.
obviously hindi ko
flex.
yeah, right? Obviously ang papakita mo lang yung yeah, I got this, I got that, yeah, graduated, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
hindi mo ipopost like nag-struggle ka or hindi mo ipopost na you work two jobs or you don't sleep or you don't
Or if
eat
you're
or
in debt, right? If you're in debt,
right? You don't
yeah,
post the struggle, you only post the good bits,
the
I
good.
guess. So
Yeah.
I guess that's why
Yeah.
they think
That
like that.
that's why I think I don't take social media too seriously. Cause I think
Mm,
it's so curated. It's so
yeah,
curated. It's
yeah,
not it's not
yeah.
it's not real.
Mm,
Well, it's the same thing with me. Like I'm not that active when it comes to posting, my personal life, right? Pretty much stay on
That
the
should
down
always
low.
been like you've always been like that, even when we were younger.
I
Even
guess
during the
so.
BlackBerry days.
But there were times when I felt the need to, show other people that I have an interesting life.
mm,
Like when I
But
travel and all that other stuff. Like I've taken a lot of fucking pictures,
mm,
and sometimes I look at them and I'm like, well, no, hold on. A friend of mine noticed, like I was showing my friend one of my, photo albums, and he noticed. He goes, "Hey man, you took the same picture like 5 times because I printed all of them." You know what I mean? Like to him, like this is fucking stupid, and I'm like, hey, you know what?
mm,
Yeah, you're right. Like, why the fuck am I taking so many pictures?
mm,
I'm not even like sometimes I don't even look at I don't even look at them again.
mm.
Um, so that's just
so
part of it. It has nothing to do
so
with
what
social media, but that's just
so what was the point of that conversation that you just said? Not kidding.
it's just
Oh, yeah.
the point is like I took those pictures because I wanted to showcase something about myself that I like to take pictures, and I've
Mm,
been to all these places. But
mm.
here's the thing: when I was doing those, I was actually trying to escape something. Like I used traveling as escape,
Yeah, I've
and
done that.
right, it's escape, right? Like I was doing all these things because I was trying to escape from something.
Mm,
And here's the thing: the first time that I felt like I really traveled without having any baggage was when I traveled to Europe, to when I visited you, Lizelle.
Oh, I still want to do that. But anyways.
mm.
Right? It was
Yeah.
yeah, that was a fun and long trip for me.
I can't even remember.
I, oh, you remember? I remember you took me to. I think you
Were you
had
already were you already married when he came or hindi pa?
No,
no, not yet.
No.
I think I was very
Um,
much single, or I don't know. I was probably chatting to someone. Don't know.
yeah,
Mm.
probably. I think you were. But I remember you. I think you forgot that you had some a plan. You made plans with your friends. You guys were about you were we watched
Are you gonna tell this Miss Saigon story?
Miss
Because I'm gonna
Saigon
hate you
story.
again.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I
You know I
remember you
love Miss
taking me there
Saigon.
because I think you
Oh,
asked me out of nowhere, like, hey, like I didn't realize I have plans, but if you want to tag along, tag along. So I did tag along, and man, I just came from
you're
a
so
20
forgettable
20
that
hour.
Lizelle forgot about you. she, she literally forgot
Man,
about you.
I remember
Wala akong matandaan, besh.
wala
Sorry.
matandaan,
She
you don't
don't
remember,
even
like you're
remember
not gonna
you. I'm kidding.
see, you're not gonna remember that, but I remember feeling so tired in that and that like oh
The
not show.
musical?
Yeah. I remember feeling
We
like I
climbed
remember falling
mountain,
asleep.
remember? We
Huh?
actually climbed a mountain. Do you remember that?
That I remember that because I almost
Died?
gave up on life. What I've been wanting to bitch. It's a funny story because we were not well hiking. I wasn't geared up for it. I was wearing jeans and I was wearing snow boots. Um and and I remember that time when we were crossing a stream and I was hesitant because
Yeah.
like and I like one of us were hesitant too because
It's
and I'm
pretty
like
aggressive, actually.
yeah I was hoping that we would can't remember your buddy's name there but I was hoping he'd be like hey you know what screw this we're gonna head back but no they kept going
Yeah.
and
Until we reached the summit.
yeah it was pretty rough because we got lost too. I think it took us I think the hike was supposed to be I don't know 2 hours 3 hours I can't remember but we
It took us about 7 hours.
took us 7 hours because we were lost and I reached a point where I'm like fuck man just leave me here already you guys go ahead leave me here come pick me up after.
Quitter.
I actually thought you enjoyed it.
No I was crying inside I was
Really?
oh I hung on to those peanuts so peanuts or almonds man because
Oh,
I
you
was
said
so cold I
penis.
was
you, you were hanging on to your penis, bro.
oh,
Hey,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta
That
tweet
was
that
pretty rough.
yeah that was a rough one um
Yeah,
but
I
yeah
remember you
like I'm
you
not
traveled
gonna
a lot.
I did like that was the first time though that
Heartbroken
I
ka ba
traveled
nun?
without huh oh no
Heartbroken ka ba nun?
that time I was fixed. I was fixed.
Right.
Oh yeah but
Right.
wait. I remember those BlackBerry BBM conversations, and I was so annoyed by you.
oh
And there's so
I
I
many
know, me
know
times
you both of
too.
you
we
guys
were giving you intervention. Lizelle and I were always giving you intervention. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing? And you're like,
yeah yeah
I don't miss that. That's for
and
sure.
right and that's and I noticed that too about myself and I'm like man I was
By the way,
fucking
you know she
annoying
listens to this, right?
Hmm?
Sometimes. I think she listens to this.
I have no idea I don't know
Who?
maybe
Yung
Nakalimutan ko na. Sobrang daming issue niyan. Ano na nga pangalan ng babaeng nun?
Oy,
I don't think I don't think he wants to make it.
no name
Mhm.
like we're not gonna name names here well not that
Uh,
one we're gonna name first crushes but not you
First
know
question.
yeah
first
Yeah.
hot,
but
first
anyways
heartbreak. Okay.
So wait, I have another question for Lizelle. So what do you think would have happened if you stayed and didn't go? You think you would have been happy? What would you be doing?
I don't know. Hindi ko alam, promise.
living a life
I
with
probably
Ray, what's his name there?
Sir Alan?
No,
Oh, with
the
Andy?
choir boy. No, 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 no.
Oh, Raymond?
Raymond.
hey, hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hey. Probably, or I'll probably be like, I don't know. I'll probably have kids by now, or I don't know, maybe
Probably like 5 kids,
selling.
10
Yeah,
kids.
5 kids, and siguro nagbebenta na sa palengke or something. I don't know,
Oh
like,
my God.
or maybe nurse. Maybe. Alam mo naman sa Pilipinas, di ba, nursing?
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that yung mga they our classmates have like 5 kids now. And I'm like, damn, y'all have
Yeah.
families, like
Yeah.
families. It's
Do you feel
crazy.
pressured?
See record. Okay.
Okay, so you were saying that, ano ba yung sinabi mo kanina? Like you said na yung mga kaklase natin dati sa Pilipinas, na may mga families na ganyan-ganyan. So I ask you if you feel pressured.
What pressure? No, I don't feel pressure from the out
You
from
don't feel any pressure
internal.
right now?
Shut up, bro.
On that clip?
Can I answer my question?
I'll be right back.
And okay. Yeah, I don't think
Mm.
internally walang pressure, but externally, of course, you always have
Mm.
like your family is like, oh, kailan ka na, when are you gonna do this? When are you gonna do that?
Mm.
But
Kasi
I don't
5
know.
years na lang, 40 na tayo eh.
Oh, stop. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I know.
How do
Like
you
this
feel
year,
about that?
36, right? 36 na tayo this year.
Well, I'm younger than you guys, so
How old are
34
you?
ako. 34.
Ha?
34. Yeah. Maybe
Really? Why?
eight.
How?
I'm 86. I'm 86. 85 kayo, di ba?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm
sorry.
86.
Ang init eh.
That's okay.
Pangalan nito? 34, 35. Yeah, but still, like, we're nearing 40
Yes.
na. So,
I know.
iniisip,
How do
hindi
you
mo ba iniisip na, what?
But how do you feel about that? Because you're a girl, so I feel like there's more pressure, unfortunately, on the other gender.
I think I'm pretty much, parang, pareho lang tayo eh. Like, honestly, I don't feel na 35, 36 ako.
Oh,
Alam mo
me too.
yun?
Okay.
I still feel like I'm in my late 20s, maybe.
Same.
Same with
Honestly,
me.
hindi ako broody. Like, I'm not, like, alam mo yon, I need to have kids now. I mean, I want kids now. Pero obviously, syempre, babae ako, may, ano ba yun, I need to have kids now, basically. Pero,
Your biological clock.
yeah, biological clock. Kung tatanungin mo ko, gusto ko ba ng anak? Honestly, can I be selfish and say, I don't? But
You
I have to?
absolutely can, girl. No, why do
Alam
you
mo
have
yun?
to? No. Why do you have to? You don't. You don't have to.
I know, but obviously, syempre kailangan ko na mag-anak ngayon kasi nga high risk na eh. Pag 35 ka na, high risk pregnancy ka na. So, in a way, that's the pressure that I feel basically. Like, personally, I'm quite selfish. I like my time alone, like for myself. I like my sleep. I like not having that extra responsibility. Yeah, I kind of like my own time, like right now with my husband. And
And-
kung hindi lang yung biological clock na sinasabi, I
Mhm.
would give it another 5 years bago ako magkaanak.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'll be 40 na ako noon, and it's
too
not
risky.
safe. Yeah, it's risky. So I think it's not the desire to have a kid. It's I honestly can say na wala pa akong desire at the moment. But the need, it's rather the need rather than the desire. If you get what I mean.
Interesting. Yeah, I get it.
You don't want
What,
to.
Yeah.
Daddy?
You don't
What
want
do you have to say here, Daddy?
push-
You don't.
you
You
don't
don't. You don't belong in this conversation, Daddy.
Well, I say it's
Nah, I
not
get-
being
yeah, go
selfish
ahead, go
either.
on.
It's not being selfish. Like, I don't find you to be a selfish. It's really a choice.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of responsibility. I gotta be honest. But some people probably think it's that easy to have kids, but it's not.
I don't
You're
think
gonna-
anyone is saying that. I mean, I don't.
Well, no, like
I
I'm
know it's
talking about.
hard.
I'm talking. Well, it is hard, but some people make it seem like it's that easy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty vocal about my struggles with, like having sleep deprivation and all that stuff. Because I'm
Wait, you
still sleep
said
deprived.
did you just say you're pretty vocal with your regret of having a kid? I'm sorry.
No.
Is that what you said?
You can't say that.
I'm kidding.
He's just making some shit up, and I don't regret it. Like, this was like we planned it, right? It was planned, but looking at it from the surface, it may seem like it's not a lot sometimes, but when you're in it, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I'm not saying that it's all struggle. Like, it's actually worth it.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that to put more pressure on you. But that's just what I'm saying is this just the reality of it, right?
Yeah.
If you want all these time for yourself, then go with that. And it just
Yeah.
sucks how you have that time limit, right?
Yeah. I think
Which
it's
I
different for
understand as
women,
well.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
it really is. It's a different type of pressure for you guys.
Mhm.
yeah, we have an expiration date, like whereas you guys can pretty much, I don't know.
Because the thing is, if you pressure yourself into doing something you don't want to do, you might
Mm.
regret it as well, right? Because then, oh no, I gotta take care of my like. Do you think you'd have time for your quick business and all? Like you probably will. It's just it's gonna take a while, right? It's an added responsibility.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, it's all planned out in my head, how it's gonna, gonna work out.
Mhm.
But talagang hindi like I look at my friends and I look at other people and they get like really really stressed out about it. Like they get really broody and they're like, "Oh my God, I really want to have kids." Da, 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 da. And I really can't relate. I can't.
Mhm.
Like I don't have the desire to have. I want kids, but I'm not overly stressed out about it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, para bang, oh, like if it comes, it comes.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be, yeah, I think I'll be happy with it. But I'm not like, oh my gosh, yeah, like wala akong hindi ako masyado naglalagay ng pressure sa sarili ko. Wala akong masyadong desire ba na magkaroon ng anak, but I know deep down na kailangan ko na kasi may edad na ako. I think that's yung parang yun ang situation ko at the moment.
Yeah.
I think what's happening is your biological self is telling you na kailangan mo na, but
Yeah.
you as an individual, you as Lizelle, you don't want to.
Yeah.
It's more like it's yung ano, it's our instincts. Your instinct as a 30 something year old female. It's like I
Mm-hmm.
have to. This is it. This is it. I gotta do this. I gotta
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
Man, that's a
And
tough.
I
That's a
guess
tough
it's the
situation.
It's a
next
tough
logical
situation
step.
to be in. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's the next logical step. It really is.
Yeah.
Are you guys like actively trying, or
Uh,
is that something that you want to
yeah.
answer? You don't have to if you want.
I we are not. I would say actively, but not really fussed about it. Like if it comes, it comes kind of thing. But we are trying. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Okay.
Yeah. And that's how it should be. Anyways, I think from my perspective,
Yeah.
that's how it should be. Like
Mm.
don't turn it into like a work a kind of thing, right? Where you like I have to do this. You gotta, you know what I mean?
Mm.
If it
Mm.
happens, it happens. If heat of the moment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It
Yeah.
increases the chances, I guess. But it's interesting.
I
So
wouldn't
how
know.
does it
I
feel?
wouldn't know anything about that. What? What'd you say? What?
Right,
So
but
how's your love life, Ralph?
yeah, how's the love life?
Shut up, Ramon. Let me answer Lizelle. Oh, it's good. I'm single. I was, I was,
Nyare.
I was, I was meant to be. I was about to be married last year, pero things happened.
Yeah.
Pandemic
Things
happened, you
happened.
mean? The pandemic happened?
The pandemic happened.
Oh,
The
so you're
pandemic
one of
happened.
those guys na hindi nag-survive your relationship sa pandemic? Is
Yeah,
that kind
yeah.
of thing?
Well, I mean, it's technically it is since we broke up during the pandemic. So
Long
I'm in
distance
that
ba?
category. No, I was with her. I was in. I know. I moved
Mm.
up there. I moved up there to be with her, and then
So how
then
many
happened.
boxes
Mm.
of
So
tissue did you have to go through to get all the tears out?
what? Tears or
The
the other
tears.
one? I'm joking.
Are you okay? Okay ka lang?
Oh, you're talking to me. I thought because you were looking.
I thought you.
I am now. I am now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how
Yeah.
long? Yeah.
I wasn't before. I was telling, Ramon knows all this. It was bad because it was in the pandemic and
Yeah.
I was by myself up there. I didn't have any family. I didn't have social interaction, physical social
Yeah.
interaction. So
Mm.
I had like very severe like depressive, I know,
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
Some suicidal stuff too. To
Oh
be
wow.
honest. Yeah, it was bad.
Lizelle can talk you out of that, right?
Really?
Yeah, hindi attempts, pero like ideations.
Like what?
Really?
Yeah, and it scared me because that's not me. So I'm like, why am I thinking like it's like I'm not actively thinking about it, pero it kept like popping up in my head.
Yeah.
So
So how
I was like,
yeah.
yeah, keep going.
How did you got yourself out? of that kind of, you know?
Exercise, diet, and songs. I
You
wrote a
didn't
lot of songs.
like emo music kind of
So
songs, or did you
yeah,
like put the
emo music.
eyeliner like an
Ikaw
Put
pala
eyeliner?
the
emotero eh.
put the eyeliner, yung lipstick. No,
Wait,
yeah.
there.
So like I went to the basics. Like I just took care of myself. You know,
Yeah.
lost like a crap ton of weight while doing
Mm.
that, and yeah,
Mm.
just chose to keep going. Diba? I just chose to
Mm.
keep going because I had to. And then
Yeah,
you
of
know this
course.
guy, we started this little video podcast thing, and it helped me a
Yeah.
lot. Parang kumbaga
Yeah.
parang counseling.
Therapy. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
the
it was
same
kind
thing
of
with
like that.
it's the same thing with me then. Like it, you know, like I can talk about stuff. Well, I guess
Mm.
about myself too. But I totally understand what you're saying about like being single and working on yourself, because that's what I felt after after my depressive
Mm.
the depressing state not state stage of my life as well.
Mm.
This is prior to London and all that. This was back when I
Mm.
was in Toronto. I was unemployed for
Mm.
like 9 months, and it felt like I hit rock bottom.
Mm.
And all of a sudden, there's this switch that happens when when you're, I guess, feeling so, not so much, but a lot of pain. And
Yeah.
that's the switch that I guess triggered me to help myself out. And I got into self improvement and all that other stuff. And
Yeah.
I still continue to do that, well, today. And so I
Yeah.
totally get that feeling. Like it's gotten to a point where, because back
Mm.
then I know I wanted to be with someone, but then after a while I'm like, nah, I think it's
Mm.
okay
I'm
to.
confused. You totally get what feeling?
I'm not
What do you totally get?
like the freedom of being
No, I'm not
single,
trying to be antagonistic. I'm really just curious. Like you said,
right?
I get this. What feeling?
The feeling like how you're pumped to be, well, I know you're pumped to be single, but pumped to like
Better yourself.
to improve yourself, kind of,
Okay.
right? Because I
Yeah.
know you're probably thinking like I was alone all my life anyway, so like there's no desire to be single.
It's
I know you. Hey, that's where your head is headed. But what I'm trying to say is the desire to I guess to care for yourself and love yourself.
Mm.
I know what that feels like,
Yeah.
because that's what happened to me.
I think it
Um,
happened to all of us. I think we've been through so many relationships. I think it's
well,
almost,
you guys, I know you guys have, not me.
oh my gosh, I've had like 11 boyfriends, I think.
Holy,
Um,
that's like how many guys
it
in
was a
class?
kind of like a norm for me. Like actually, I kind of got used to. It's really sad, but I kind of got used to like breakups and how to pick myself up after breakups, kind of thing. That it became I kind of, parang not desensitized by it, but I kind of knew what to do. Alam mo yon, sa sobrang nasanay ka
Yeah.
na yun ang palagi nangyayari because of like broken relationships and toxic relationships, na hindi na bago eh, na you've been there before, you know what to
Yeah.
do, you know what I
Mm.
mean, right?
It's
So
like
yeah.
it's like someone who kept losing their jobs when they're good at
Yeah.
like interviews. You know, so
Mm.
it's because you've been there. But keep going.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the same the same nung pinagdaanan ni Ralph, like remember guys nung payat pa ako. that was
Size
triggered by a
S,
really
or is
bad
that
breakup.
XS or S?
I
Oh
Alam
man.
mo yun?
I remember those. I remember that. I remember what happened.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
And yeah, I can totally relate to you.
yeah.
Na yung nga mag-exercise. To be honest, it in a way, yes, it's good na nag-exercise, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. But looking back on how I was before, it became almost toxic for me because I wasn't dealing with my
The,
real emotions.
the emotional pain,
I
yeah.
was, yeah, I was in, until you're ready to kind of like sit down with your feelings and feel what you actually need to feel, it will always kind of like come back to you. Because obviously, pag nag-break up ka eh, kailangan mong i-distract yung sarili mo ng,
Yeah.
like I said, exercise, music, and stuff. You know, it is a good thing. Like, it's healthy na ganyan-ganyan. Pero that's all it is, you know, distraction. It doesn't really address the real issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And that's,
I
I think
agree.
that applies to just any type of loss. Too,
Yeah.
right? Any loss,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm dealing with it right now. With
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With like with grief and everything, I think you're right, but at the same time, yeah, you have to. The distraction is you're doing the distraction so you'll be able to be strong until you face it. Because if you're not strong, it's just it sucks. It's
Yeah.
just gonna kind of like eat you alive. So you're
Mm.
distracting yourself, trying to like give yourself some time to. All right. Let me put this
Deal
off
with it.
on the side. As long as you eventually deal with it, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
you can't just brush it and then just keep brushing it off, diba?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Otherwise,
I
they'll
agree
just
with you.
build up and come back and
You have to
knock you
deal with
out.
it at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't want it when it comes in the in the wrong time, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Because who knows? Maybe someone new will sweep you off your feet, and
Nah, bro,
but when
single
that
life
happens,
forever.
when that happens, you're
Single
not
life
ready
is
yet.
forever.
To be honest, there's nothing wrong with being single. Actually, unless you're happy being single, you won't be happy being in a relationship. You need to
Correct.
be whole before you can move into a different, like, you know, another relationship, I think.
Yep.
Hindi mo pwedeng takpan ang emptiness sa ano mo ng isa pang relationship. Kailangan mo muna mag-heal ng todo-todo, di ba, Ralph? Yes.
Yeah.
I
No,
100% agree.
that's
Mhm.
But
yeah.
okay, there's another question for you though. When do you know kung ready ka na? How do you know? Based on your
Goodness.
experience.
You make out with a dude, and if it feels okay.
Hey, be quiet. Shut up.
Ganito yan. How did I know? I was single for a very long time. I think I was single for about 5 years at one point. I think pag
That
hindi
is
na,
long.
yeah. How do I
Not
know?
long compared to me. Anyways, keep going.
I think I knew I was ready for like a relationship nung I knew what I wanted. Like, I went out on dates and it was so easy for me to walk away from, alam mo kasi pag needy ka, when you feel like you need to be in a relationship, you will jump sa unang taong magpapakita ng interest sa'yo, right? I think you know na ready ka pag when someone's there and you have the courage to kind of like walk away from that. Like,
Interesting.
hindi ka na yung atat na, oh my gosh, siya lang yung interesado sa akin, so I need to go with this person. Sa akin, I think na moment na I know na ready na ako is, alam ko na yung ayaw ko at gusto ko sa isang lalaki eh. Like, okay, hindi siya ganyan, ayoko. Alam mo, do you get it?
No, I get it.
I get it as well.
Hindi na yung you know na ready kapag hindi ka na magse-settle sa first person na mag-walk in sa buhay mo. Yeah.
Right.
For me lang. Yun lang sa.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That just shows maturity though, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Alam mo
I
rin
think
gusto mo eh, di ba?
Yeah, and that's just a product of, I think, when you're getting old too, like I don't have time to fuck around with this thing, so I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
Unless
right?
the reason is to fuck around. Yeah.
But fucking around though is a distraction, don't you think?
No, it's not. It's like if you're thirsty, you drink. If you're hungry, you eat.
Hey,
well, it just depends on the.
Hey, but if you're eating junk food,
the need you want to fulfill.
Makes a difference.
Yeah. Okay. I can get by that. It depends on the need you want to fulfill. As far as emotional need, like right now, I'm good. Like I don't want to, but you know, we're all humans. Where sometimes you just, you know,
have the need
to.
Just
want to have. Sometimes
friction.
Girls just want to have fun.
Yeah.
So
meron kang FB ngayon dyan, meron kang special friend?
Yeah, I have my dog. That's my buddy. I'm gonna,
Hindi
I'm
nga.
gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna
You're
leave it
gonna
at
get to
that.
lick it.
Mer-
You're
mer-
gonna get to lick it.
Medyo madumi.
eh, it's kind of hard right now because especially with the pandemic too. It's not as
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
things
yeah,
aren't
like
as accessible.
I don't know how people do it. Like you go. I guess it doesn't apply to Florida where you are right now, but
It really
like you
does.
would wear a mask because right now we're
I mean, yeah,
still, I think,
people wear masks, but
lockdown.
everybody else is open. Everything is open basically.
Yeah, I don't know how it
Mm.
is in London there.
We're quite strict. We have to wear like mask everywhere and like observe social
Did,
distancing.
did you have the vaccine yet? By the way, now that we're talking about
Yeah.
Corona, oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
I had the
hate that.
Pfizer
I need
one.
one.
Oh, like hold on. So now you already have the vaccine, and you still have to. I guess it hasn't been rolled out to everyone. Hey,
Yeah. No, it hasn't been
We
rolled
have
out
to.
completely.
that's the reason why.
Um.
Okay,
Mhm.
because in my
But
head,
the
I'm like,
thing,
go ahead.
do you guys get it for free, or do you guys have
We
to pay?
we get it for free.
Yeah, there's
We-
there's an option. There's an option to get it for free.
Oh,
Okay.
But I think if you wanna, well, for myself, I think if I want to get it like right away, because I haven't gotten it.
Mm.
If I really want it now, I have to like shell out money for it. So
when you shell out money, how much are we talking here?
I don't know because I didn't ask. But I'm pretty
Oh, okay.
sure. I mean, it's not like super expensive, but you
Yeah.
have to pay for it.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I would want to have
Wait.
it, but for us, it'll take a while.
Yeah, for myself, it's more of a. I'd rather have the other people that need it. Yeah, they can go ahead and get it first. I'm kind of okay right now.
Mm.
But
Mm.
as soon as I get my hands on it, then of course, no hesitations.
Yeah. 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 How did you guys cope with the whole like pandemic? Self-isolation or not seeing your families and that, because that must have been like really tough for everyone. I mean, it was tough for
Well,
us not seeing
yeah,
families.
What do
yeah.
you want to take that first, or?
Well, I
Oh
told you
yeah,
mine. And mine was really bad. So
I didn't
Mm.
like mine was.
yeah,
Mine was it was tough, but it was a little okay because you know how I'm introverted.
Mm.
Like to I like to be alone
Mm.
anyways. But it sucks
Mm.
how you can't go out to public places, right? Like let's say, because eventually you're gonna get bored staying at home, right? You
Yeah.
kind of want to go out and do something else other than staying in the basement.
I actually miss going to the movies, like going to the cinema, just things like that I used to take for granted. Like going to a restaurant, I miss that. Like we haven't
Yeah,
had that for almost a year now, you know?
that is
yeah,
crazy. That's
it,
crazy.
yeah,
Because okay, like because I was talking to Ramon about this the other day about the movies. I,
Mm.
I feel the same way that you do because it's been a
Yeah.
year. Pero restaurants here in Florida, just Florida, and Texas, I think it's open. Like you can even eat
Yeah.
inside. So
Oh,
that
that's good.
yeah, thankfully I did. I'm okay. But what about you? Besides that, were you okay? Like emotionally,
To
like
be
how was?
honest, I didn't really feel well, I actually had to go to work.
Okay.
So I was still like working and stuff like that. It's my husband that, had to stay at home because obviously the restaurants are closed and stuff, so they didn't have any
Mhm.
customers. So luckily at that time we just bought the house and there was a lot of work that needs to be done in the house. So he kind of,
Mm,
occupied himself with that. So
yeah.
in a way, parang good timing din kasi maraming kailangan gawin sa bahay. So parang yun na rin ang ginawa niya, to kind of like occupy himself. But yeah, I think maraming tao na hindi masyadong nakakope well. I
Yeah.
think domestic violence was on the rise,
Drug
depression,
use.
drug use, suicide, and stuff like that.
Suicide.
So yeah, there was a lot of relapse and there was a lot of hospital admission. I mean, sa field ko na mental health and psychology, we saw a lot of increase in depression and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and hospital admission, and yeah, which is sad because I don't think we were equipped to kind of like deal with it in a way.
mhm,
Kasi ang dami alam mo yon,
Yeah.
yung
That,
hospital ay fully packed with like COVID patients, like some yung mga cancer patients, hindi yung because my family, but I'm coming family na nurse and stuff like that. So they kept on saying na some appointments naka-cancel kasi obviously COVID muna before anything else basically. So yeah, a lot of it wasn't great, but I think we're slowly it has become parang nasanay na ngayon ng mga tao
Normalized, diba?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's sad. That's kind of sad that it is, but that goes to show how resilient tayo as people. Because even if it's you get faced with something that's so unexpected and so out of nowhere, you eventually kind of just well, I can't do anything about it now, so I'll just have to make the best of it.
Yeah, and it just shows how little you need to kind of like survive. You know what I mean? Like it just made you realize there are things that are like unnecessary things that you didn't need before the pandemic.
So many,
right?
We're so spoiled sometimes.
Can I ask you, like Ralph, real quick? Are you able to blur some faces or pictures and stuff when you're doing your editing?
Can I blurry some?
Yeah. Like
no,
can you blur something out?
I haven't tried, but why?
Why?
Because I was gonna share. I was gonna share my screen because it seems like this person that all of us know might, I think COVID got him good in terms of like the mentality. But I'm gonna share.
You don't need to blur. Just share the screen.
This is not.
It's fine. Who cares?
Okay then. All right. Liz, you recognize this person?
Are you serious?
He was in the deep end, buddy. He was ready to risk it all. He was ready. Zoom in. No, zoom in. What are you doing? Zoom in.
What do you mean zoom in? I'm not gonna.
We want to see more.
What the fuck did that come from?
Well, this was sent to us. Story. Yeah, he posted it as a story.
That was in his like Facebook story. Zoom in. Just zoom in.
I can't zoom in.
Just right click and then zoom in.
No, you can't.
To be fair though, he looks good. Like it looks like he lost a lot of weight.
He did lose a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Pumayat siya.
Yeah.
Yung diet na na. Let me stop.
Milk diet.
Let me stop. Huh? Milk diet.
Badger milk.
Pumogi siya, pumogi.
Yeah.
See, we've always known Rizal's attracted to Pat, so we know. It's okay.
Yeah, matagal na yun, no.
But I think he's more attracted to
Beho.
Yeah.
We love you, Pat. We love you.
I don't think he's gonna watch it. It's like an hour of like nonsense. I don't think he's gonna listen to every single bit of it. So don't worry.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna clip it out and then send it to him. Specifically.
No, it's a fucker.
Oh my god! Or someone else will like, "Hoy, boss Pat, someone's been talking to you."
Your old friends have been talking shit about you. Former friends. But anyways, I think COVID got him good. I just thought I'd bring that one up to lighten things up.
Was that just now? Ngayon lang yun?
That was recent. I'd say 2-3 months ago, maybe, or 2 months ago.
Really?
I don't know. It was sent to us, and I found it to be weird, confusing, and funny. It was just like a.
Why would you take that though? Like
exactly, right? I don't see the point of the picture.
So that we could talk about it. That's the point. So it's okay. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good content. It's good material.
Get them horses lined up.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, he is into horses. Do you see his stuff on Facebook?
Yeah.
He
Expensive
loves
shit.
horses.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Like he's like ranchero. Is that what it is? Is that what you
Yeah, just
call that?
Haciendero.
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 Hmm.
Man, this
With
girl
the
knows
cowboy
all.
hat and everything,
Mm-hmm.
That's
Cowboy
like
hat
and
and
then the
everything.
farm life with the
social
boots.
version of a farmer.
Basically, he's got those tight ass jeans. So
Talaga
tight.
siyang, he's got that really like equestrian look, isn't it? Like,
he likes
so
he
yung
loves to
tumbok eh,
ride.
ganun oh.
He
Sobrang
loves-
tumbok, my God.
He's so ready to ride the horses. Yung mga kabayo talaga yung ano niya.
Mhm.
Kabayo. That's what it is. What's Beho?
He named one of them
Beho,
Beho.
Beho has so much stories when it comes to that. Oh my God. Beho, yung mga kwento ni Beho tungkol kay Pat, it's so funny. Like,
Like
Well-
what? Spill.
But we need to edit that one out, though. I kind of want to edit that one out. I feel. I kinda don't
Chismoso
wanna-
kayong dalawa.
unless
Oh, no,
you want to
this-
do the editing, it's gonna stay there. I'm too lazy to do the edit. It's gonna be like that.
Oh,
Oh
but
my
yeah,
gosh.
that's COVID got him.
COVID got him. COVID got him.
Um,
So what about any plans? Oh yeah. Go ahead and tell your promote your stuff real quick.
if you want to
So
promote
people-
your
so
cake,
people- yeah.
because we're gonna
So
we're gonna end this
people-
soon, Liz.
So go ahead and tell people where can they find you and stuff.
Oh, like Instagram lang naman and Facebook.
Lizelle's
It's okay.
Cakery.
Okay lang. No
Lizelle.
need for promotion. Baka hindi ako makakip up ng mga orders. My goodness, I'm actually
Ay.
I'm trying to keep it low at the moment kasi nakakapagod. We did a lot of like orders nung Christmas. My goodness,
Yeah.
halos I didn't
Mm.
sleep like literally. So I think from now until maybe end of February, I'm trying to
Take a break.
magpahinga. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Do you see yourself doing this as a full-time thing in the future?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
'Cause
Hopefully.
it looks like it's on its way there, to be honest. So
I think so too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
is it just you and your
ano lang
husband
eh.
that's doing that?
No, it's mostly me because obviously when my husband goes back to work, ako lang siguro ang magbe-bake at kung ano-ano na naman.
And
But
you're
to
married
be
to
honest-
a chef, right? As well.
Huh?
You're married to a chef, right?
Yeah,
How do you
chef.
say? How do you chef or chef?
Chep.
Chef.
yeah, she's married to a chef.
No, are you really joking? Or is that really how like you pronounce chef?
No, I probably mispronounced it.
He wasn't joking. Like
I wasn't
thought it was
joking.
chef.
It just came out that way.
Chef.
Chef.
Yeah, he's a head pastry chef. So yeah, we
Chef.
do things. Yeah, chef.
Yeah, like I guess where I'm getting at is it's a good pair, right? Because you kind of you
Yeah.
can complement each other.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So-
So when I'm at work, I tell him like, bake, and then when I get home, I'll do the decorating and stuff. So it's kind of like partnership. So
Yeah.
it works out.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
How
Any
long we've been
parting words?
talking?
We've been talking for I think about an hour, but we'll have to do we should do this again. I don't know whenever, depending on your
Yeah.
schedule, because you're a lot busier than us. But
Yeah, you just let us know when. Like
I'll reach out.
We'll work around
I'll
it.
reach out to you.
And next
Yeah.
time, actually, use your computer or
Oh, shut up.
your
I
tablet.
know.
You
I
should
know.
rewatch it because the whole time you were trying to fill up the dead space, right? Because you were away. It's gone.
It's terrible.
Your tablets has gone Titanic on us.
Next time, can we have like I really enjoyed this chat because obviously it's just like random and it's all over the place, which I think was like really fun. But it'd
Yeah.
be nice to actually like talk about like a proper topic. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll think of one, and then I'll check with your
Or
friends, see
you-
if it's something that.
What's that? Or you
What would
you can think of one. If you can think of any, just bring it up. We don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing
we
too
don't
heavy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we
Like,
keep
see,
it lighthearted.
That's the thing. Ramon likes the heavy stuff, and I like the fun stuff. And Ramon's like, let's talk about deep intellectual stuff, like 3 + 3 = 6.
I think we can jump in. I think we can jump in for mix.
Yeah. With the three of us, it's a different mix, right? Like with
Let's
the three
go
of
cook
us.
some food. Let's go cook some food like a chef. That's what that's what he wants to do.
Akin na balindong.
This
Oh
is
my gosh.
You know what this feels like? This feels like those BlackBerry days, but in person,
Like in
not
real
in
time?
person.
Yeah.
No, like virtually, like
Oh, right.
visually. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Parting words. It was nice catching up with you guys, actually. I really, really, really needed this. Ang
good.
tagal na natin hindi nag-catch up ng
Nag-chat.
ganito. So
Yeah.
this was fun. So and this definitely won't be the last. So thank you for inviting
Perfect.
me.
Thanks. I'm glad. Like I was so excited when you're like, "Yeah, I'm free," and I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
Texted
Hey.
Ralph right away, and
He took a picture of his his ding dong. It was like all hard. Just like, I'm so ready for this. He was like,
Lizelle's coming on.
Gano'n kalaki.
And I threw a party. Hey, private.
Vienna
That's private.
sausage, boy. Vienna sausage.
Pwede ba apat dito? Pwede ba apat?
Yeah. Yeah. We can
Yeah.
do more. But the only problem with the more people, mahirap yung interaction.
Yeah,
Because
I get that.
we're like all over the place.
But we can try.
definitely
Like we
do-
can always try and see how that one works out, and then we'll think out.
Wait,
the,
who can we add though? If we have to
you
add
wanna-
one more.
Same wavelength.
No, it has to, diba? Like
Yeah.
Pat. No, I'm kidding.
If you can think of one, doesn't
Raymond.
Oh, no.
Raymond Mindanao.
Raymond
Ay, pwede. Hindi. Promise, hindi ko to i-share. O kaya, Ewan, kasi friends kami sa Facebook eh. So,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. No. You don't need to say. But but I bet you a lot of I'm hoping people friends from before will watch a show because they know you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We'll see.
we'll see.
But
Anyways.
it's been really good, guys. I'm so glad na okay lang kayo.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
And yeah, it's nice. I think there was a period of time na hindi tayo masyadong nag-uusap. So I think this was a nice start of the year for me. Kind of like pick
It's
up
a good
where
start.
we left
It's a good
off.
start, right? It's the same thing with me and Ralph. But we can talk more about that next
Yeah.
time because Zoom is asking me to get the fuck out.
All
All
right.
right, bye guys.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye bye. Good night.